there comes a point where it's like every project has its challenges. I wanted to build something or get inspired by the game, which was Starfield, and Starfield is based off like sci-fi, outer space, different planets, and so forth, as far as that type of arena in props or in the gameplay. So I wanted to be inspired by that and create a machine that actually will fit into the actual game. My goal was to create a PC mod for AMD and also for Starfield. So the whole idea was to actually build something that it's almost like I'm building my own spaceship craft machine, and I just wanted to get some inspiration from their side of their world as far as Starfield for their models, their environments and stuff. So I really didn't want to just grab something from the game and just make that as a mod. I really wanted to get bits and pieces and apply it to the actual PC. So it becomes a mesh of my style and also their style for this PC. I went and designed some of my panels in 3D and actually have them printed. Normally I design my panels and have it cut with a CNC, but this time I wanted to go a bit direction, so I wanted to give it more dimension, more depth to the actual build. So I went with the process of 3D printing some of the panels, because I think it just gives you a whole unique perspective on the look of a PC. It brings it to a whole different level, should I say. It's the fun part, when I actually had these cut, making sure everything lines up properly and it cut exactly the way I wanted to cut. So what I'm doing here, I'm stacking these panels, but also add details to the actual cut, so it looks more interesting, so it looks more sci-fi looking, because the game is very sci-fi. So as you can see, just adding more details to the actual panel to give it depth and dimension, like you see in a lot of spaceship movies. Yeah, some of the painting process I love to use automotive paint. I love the way automotive hits well with acrylic or plastic. It just bonds together very nicely, and it has unlimited colors that you can choose from when it comes to automotive. It's pretty easy to work with, but I decided to also use automotive paint and also a different process which I haven't done, which is acrylic paint. So I did some of the panels with acrylic paint and also with the mixture with automotive, so it did turn out pretty awesome. And also it's always pushing yourself to be more creative, or push yourself to continue to learn a technique that you're still growing in and apply it to the project, because it's only going to make you better. Don't be afraid to step outside the box of what you're totally comfortable in. It will just help you in the long term, as you continue to grow as an artist or a designer. So some of the color schemes I went with are based off of the game itself. The game has certain color tone, and I went based off those color tones. I went more with the orange and also like a light cream for some of the panels on the chassis. Yeah, it is challenging when you're learning something new and trying to apply it to your ecosystem as far as what you do, but it also makes you better as a creator or as an artist to continue to evolve on new techniques so you can apply it to your style or to your projects. It just makes it everything better when you continue to grow in a space of that's ever growing as far as technology. It's always advancing. So there's a lot of work and thought went into this process with this PC mod because a lot of the stuff was hand done. You know, a lot of it's hand done, so it takes time and patience. And also going back on the computer, redesigning panels or redesigning different models to make sure it fits in with the actual case. Because the case itself is not squared, it has a lot of different angles, so you gotta make sure what you use will fit into the actual shape of the case. And I was so stoked that AMD chose me to do a PC mod for the game Starfield that's going to be featured in QuakeCon. So I'm excited for everyone to see it in person and also get some of the reaction, what they thought about the PC build, because it's nothing like the community seeing you work in person and they get the vision. Once they see it, it's nothing like it. You can see it all day long online, but it's nothing like when you see it in person. So I'm stoked to see what everyone thinks about it. Thanks again, guys.